Next, we'll have a presentation on the Pioneer Technology Center. I believe Missy Keeler.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to come and visit with you guys tonight. My name is Missy Keeler, and I work at Pioneer Technology Center. This is Miss Whitney Edens, and she's our business instructor, and as well as we brought 4 students with us, and as our superintendent just walked in the door, Mr. Bruce Demuth. And again, we want to say thank you very much, Dr. Pennington, for giving us the opportunity to speak tonight. We have brought with us tonight a few of our students. This is our first year we have a Student Leadership Academy on our campus at Pioneer Technology Center. And tonight I've just brought a few of them. I'm going to go ahead and introduce, and then I'm going to turn it over to them. First of all, I have Brandon Hunt, and he is a POHI graduate. I have Brett Braden, and he is also a POHI graduate. Brandon Hunt is a welding student, and Brett Braden is a industrial technology student. Next is Aaron Haggard, and he's a POHI senior, and he is at our Biomedical Science Academy. And then I have Logan Suter, and he is a welding student as well, and he is also a graduate of POHI. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them.
I'm here to talk to you about why I chose to go to Pioneer Tech. The reason is because I'm a farm kid. I grew up on a farm. And I liked welding. We always built fence and stuff around the farm. That's just something that really stuck out was welding. So I decided to go and talk to Miss Evans about getting in the program. And I'm glad I'm in there because everyone, not just the class, just not my instructor, but everyone treats you so good there. They're so nice to you, treat you like an adult. I really enjoy it out there. I mean, I've learned a lot. I mean, I got some certifications under my belt. Get out there when I go to work. And it's just really been a great experience. I really enjoyed it. And the good thing is I'm a really hands-on learner. I'm not big on sitting in a classroom. I mean, I know you have to and stuff because we sit in the classroom out there all the time, but I'd rather be out in the shop working and stuff. That's just how I learn. But if I decide that I want to take the college route, that option's still open for me because they have college routes and a bunch of stuff set up for you. So even if I didn't want to go right now, maybe in like a year or two, I can still go to NOC, take my basics, and then maybe transfer over to Cali, or maybe just go straight up to Cali and do that NDT program they have up there, that non-destructive testing, and they help you get a job right out of that course. It's a really good course. Actually, Logan right here, he's setting up to do it right now, and I'll hand it over to him.
Yeah, I'm basically the same way he is. I'm a hands-on worker. I mean, yeah, we have to take classes, but I'm more of a hands-on. That's how I learn the best. Yeah, and I'm in the Cali program, and the Cali program, you get 44-hour credits from Career Tech, and that's for free. You have to take like 4 hours, and you get a double major after you get done with the program. So that's pretty cool. That's basically free, so that's really nice. And that program, it's a hands-on program as well. That's why I've kind of chosen it. It goes after, I'm a welder, and you inspect welds and all that kind of stuff. You x-ray, all kinds of cool stuff with that. And why I chose this program, I have family that's in welding, and just thought it would be a cool program, and that's why I decided to do it. You guys want to know anything about the...
That's usually what he says. I like the food.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys.
All right, I'm Brett Braden. I graduated from Ponca City, and I went to Pioneer Technology Center because I've always been fascinated with Conoco and all the processes and how everything out there works. And industrial technology is either instrumentation or engineering. You can either learn how to make it or learn how to run it. And I decided to learn how to run it, and they have a agreement over with NOC, and I decided to go and take my credits from Pioneer Tech over to NOC, and so I'm going to be finishing a double major in operations and instrumentation next spring.
All right, my name's Aaron Haggard, and as you know, I'm a senior High, so I'm still going to high school, and I'm going to Pioneer Tech. And one of the main things about that is normally Pioneer Tech is all about learning new skills and all that. Well, I'm in the biomed program, so it's rigorous academics all day long for me. The expectations for the biomed program are set at a very high bar. Right now, we just got done writing a grant proposal to get a water well built in Africa, and we're also working on independent projects that we were put on to our own. We didn't have a set, what we were supposed to do. She just threw us out there, and we were supposed to find something. It had to be related to the healthcare field. Now, Pioneer Tech, it was kind of a, mystery thing for me. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I'd, sat at home, played video games, be on my computer, stayed at home most of my life. And, I kind of jumped out there and started the biomed program. Through this program, I've been able to, harness skills that I've never known I've had. I've worked with DNA, I've worked with learning how they actually come up with calories and actually doing those. And as well as I've gotten my certified nurse's aide and my medical administration technician. And Pioneer Tech just kind of helped me jump forward in my life.
I can't believe he's speechless. That's unlike him. I do have to tell a story. We had him at with some 8th graders, and he just demanded the room. There was probably 200 8th graders in the room, and he got up there and he was like, "Hey, y'all shut up and let's get this show going." So anyway, he could get by with it. None of us could. We just want to give you a little bit of facts about Pioneer Technology Center, just so everybody can know a little bit more about it. This is our Board of Education that we do have. We have our Blackwell board member there, Mr. J.D. Solik. Our Ponca City member is Phil Bandy. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, and he passed away, so we do have a new one, and her name is Gay Norris. And then Mr. Demuth, as well as our Osage County representative is Mr. Buck. Our Tonkawa representative is, I don't think I say her name correctly, and I cannot see it from here.
Rothgeb, Mrs. Rothgeb.
I didn't want to butcher that. And then our Newkirk representative is, I can't see it from here either.
Mary Rigdon.
Yes, okay. Now I know why he passed that to me. This is our mission at Pioneer Technology Center, enhancing lives and securing futures. Our vision is to develop in ourselves and others the knowledge, the technical skills, and character traits needed for success in the workplace, or in the workforce, and in life. We value people, innovation, character, leadership, and economic development. This is just a little bit of information about how our program, some of the costs are. For our post-secondary student tuition, our residence is $1.75 per hour, and non-residence is $3.50 per hour, and out-of-state is $7. And of course, our high school students, each and every high school student is free, and those are the students that attend Blackwell, Tonkawa, Newkirk, Woodland, which is a consolidated of Fairfax-Ralston area, as well as Ponca City students. The economic impact that our students are giving back is a huge number up there, so I want you guys to take a look at that, and that is just what we're giving back into our communities, as well as our economic impact. This is just some more fun facts. I don't know that it's fun. It's kind of sad when you think about it. But if you look up out there, out of 100 ninth graders, by the time they finish, only 17 actually get a degree. Only 17 get that bachelor's degree. So I can't say those are fun facts. This is our new program that we have started at Pioneer Tech, our Guaranteed Graduate. And this is not easy to receive. This is for what we would consider our very best students. They can go out into the workforce, and if they feel like their employer feels like they need some more training, they can come back to Pioneer Tech. But these students work very, very hard. They miss less than 3 days throughout the semester. I mean, and we actually had 2 on our board, three that qualified for this. And again, they have to maintain a GPA of 3 point or above, as well as less than 3 absences. And I'm going to recognize Logan, Brett, and Brandon. All 3 of those gentlemen were on that. And again, that is something to be very proud of. You can find us. I would wish any of you guys to come out to our campus and take a tour at any time, as well as you can find us online, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of the social media networks we are active in. We do have a new health wing that is hopefully we'll be moving into in the next few months, but this is where all of our health programs will be located, and we'll be doing a lot of moving around in the next little bit. So again, I would encourage any of you guys to stop by, and we would love to show you around. Do you guys have any questions for myself, Ms. Edens, Mr. Demuth, or our students? Our students can probably answer the questions better than we can. If you guys have any, I'll turn the mic over to them.
I've got a question. Brett, yes, sir. The instrumentation program, isn't it, it's my understanding that Phillips 66 puts a really high preference and priority on permanent employees that have been through the NOC program. Is that the one you're in?
Yes,
working
sir.
toward it?
Yes, sir.
It's almost impossible to get hired permanent in the refinery nowadays without going through that NOC program.
Or without any degree at all. Now they've gone to where you have to have college experience and have at least college hours to get hired on in ConocoPhillips.
But particularly emphasis on this
Yes, sir.
instrumentation program.
Yes, sir. Instrumentation, and there's also an operations program at NOC.
Okay. So all of your hours at a Pioneer will apply
Yes,
over
sir.
toward that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, 2.4, presentation on National Science Teachers Association Conference. Ferrand and Rena Clyburn.
He wanted to say something.
Oh,
I just
I'm
want
sorry.
to thank you for letting us come tonight. Sure. I want to say that I think Dr. Pennington is a great partner at the Pioneer Technology Center. He is a mentor for me in a lot of ways. I've known him a long time, and we really appreciate the relationship that we have with Ponca City Public Schools. So thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know that we need this. Maybe you can hear us. We have to use it? Okay, okay. All right. I'm Ferrand. This is Rena Clyburn, and we are 8th grade science teachers from East Middle School, representatives of Ponca City Public Schools, and we had the honor to be sponsored by Phillips 66 to be sent to the National Science Teachers Conference in Boston this year. And we just created a short presentation about our trip to Boston. It starts off with our badge tags and just their conference brochure. When we got there, the first experience we had after we got off the plane was getting to our hotel. And we had the experience of riding the metro, or what's called the T, the subway, and that was an experience. We found out that that's probably the best way to get around Boston when you get there, but you have to figure out how to navigate it. This was conference shuttling. Every morning we got on a shuttle bus to go to the conference, and there was a line to get on the shuttle bus. The shuttle bus was full, but it was a great place to meet and visit with other colleagues in a similar educational situation. And so we had, maybe about 7 minutes on the bus, 10 minutes on the bus.
Depending on traffic, or
Yeah.
if a bicycle courier got run over.
Yeah. Let's get to where we can both share the microphone. This was a really good inquiry that we were given an assignment. We had to construct a helmet for a person. Our person was an egg, and then test the design to see for the success of the design. anyway, as you can see, there's our design, and Mrs. Clyburn got to go test it. And we had the opportunity to work with 2 other science teachers from around the United States.
We won.
Yes, we did.
You want to say anything on this? Oh, yes. I think one of the things that I found the most useful, because we had a lot of fun, obviously we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of, well, as the fellows that came before us, there was a lot of communication, teamwork, and problem solving, and it was great. A lot of great ideas. But one of the things, I don't know if you pay attention to the news, but I know we've had a lot of accidents in our labs across the nation. I think we've had 3 major accidents. And one of the things that this year's convention focused on was preventing those accidents. And in every case, those accidents were not, well, it was just procedures weren't followed. And so they focused on that. And I know that Ferrand and I were very relieved when we realized we weren't making any of those mistakes. So we were like, yeah. But I liked that. So that was really, really good. No. We saw lots of demonstrations, which gave us new and innovative ideas to bring into our classrooms. And we're very, very hands-on at East. Our kids learn through hands-on, and they get to communicate, and they get to do group work, and they get to solve problems and apply it. It's very visual. And this, whenever we go to these, and I realize that these are companies trying to sell us something, but they give so many ideas. And this picture on the left here had to do with earthquakes, which is very relevant to us right now. And I know that I thought Ferrand was going to grab that and run off with it before we could stop her. But we're going to figure out how we're going to make our own so that we don't have to buy them. But we had lots of really cool ideas from the demonstrations that they did. You went to that one.
Okay. This was just showing how easily the body adapts to external stimuli. And the gentleman, we actually had the opportunity to meet the presenter. I don't remember where we were.
On the subway. I don't know where we were either.
Yeah, we were on the subway, and he said, "Oh, you need to come see 50 physics experiments to do before you die." And this was one of the things that he actually did. So when we got home, as soon as we got home, I made a pair of these goggles and had my kids interact with them, and it was very engaging, and from our viewpoint, it was a little bit of entertainment. But to watch them how to learn to throw a ball once they had these, their vision was displaced and it wasn't directly forward. So we did have the opportunity to gain lots of new knowledge.
So Ferrand, it was a prism?
Yes.
And so they just saw it of the prism?
Right, and so what it does is instead of looking forward, in 3 dimensions, it alters your view and you're actually looking sideways.
Like this, to do that.
And they were supposed to throw a ball to the
Right,
person
and then they have to catch the ball. And, or you ask them to walk around, and it just shows them, and eventually, well, within 2 minutes, I'd say about a 2-minute range, they'd figure out how to adapt. And if you prolong that, then once you remove the goggles, their vision is once again altered. So it takes them a little bit of time to adapt, but it shows them how that biological process, in a relatively short amount of time. This was another company, Carolina Biological. Glenn Scientific was another company we previously showed you, that they provide lots and lots of support for educators. So we had an opportunity to go to several of their presentations. What was really neat, though, was the ladies that we worked with. The lady that I worked with in particular was she from
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico, or
I think it was Puerto
yeah,
Rico.
I think so. She was not of the continental United States, and her language was a barrier for her. So that was interesting, trying not only to learn the science concepts, but she was a science teacher from another another global location, and that was amazing to just hear what the questions she had. Which brings up another point for us that we really would both like to stress is Ponca City is so supportive, our educational institution, our Board of Ed, Phillips 66, definitely our own administration, and our colleagues are so supportive, though, of our professional development. When we have the opportunity to go to these different conventions or
Any kind of conference?
Right.
Anything.
We are so much farther ahead than other locations, not just within our state, but across the nation. And it's just amazing when you're visiting with other people how much they're behind in not only professional development, technology, even in something as simple as using common vocabulary in your curriculum area, in your content area, and that just amazes me every time. And I think that comes from our professional support that we do receive and the training that we have the opportunity to continue going to. This was Exhibition Hall. This was just a small picture of the hall, of all the vendors and the different people that different groups that you could go visit with. A list of some of the exhibitors. They had pages and pages of different companies. This was really interesting. Oh, that got moved around. Dow. You want to talk to him on Dow?
Okay, there was just a lot of new technology. We use a lot of technology in our classrooms. We use it in our accelerated classrooms. We got to see what's up and coming. I think Ferrand spent more time trying to find the guy who was the voice of this robot than anything else, looking for him. Where is he? But they provided samples for us to bring home to our kids. They gave free stuff away. There was, not this one, but a different one. They had a drawing for a backpack full of stuff. So they're very supportive. We didn't draw the right key to get any free stuff, but we tried. Although she did, you got a triple beam balance, didn't you?
A digital scale.
A digital scale. So we did bring home some cool stuff. Other than that, what?
Okay, so this was a perk of being there. We had the opportunity, short opportunity, because of other things that had happened while we were there, to tour Boston. This was the Boston Commons Library, and our hotel was right there. This was absolutely amazing to be in such a historically deep location. Let me see if I can get closer and read. It says that the Library of the City of Boston, built by the people and dedicated to the advancement of learning. And what they had written on that library was incredible in thought.
What's the next one?
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. This was on the side of the building, and it said, the Commonwealth requires the education of the people as the safeguard of order and liberty, which is such an instrumental thing in what we do as educators every single day. And to have that stated on a building that's in public view constantly. This was the Old South Church, an absolutely beautiful historical building, and then Trinity Church. These were two of the places that are still open to the public. People still attend their services there. Okay, this was probably the last bit of humor in our packing. When we were packing, we had lots of resources to bring back.
Like wires and magnets and chemicals.
Yes, we had these things in our suitcase and got to looking at stuff and thought, oh no, this might not pass. We might get our baggage pulled. So we did, I kind of separated my stuff out so that it wasn't in one area, and we did.
Yeah, you did. Put it in my bag.
No, and we did ask the TSA, hey, we have this stuff that we got from this conference. What do we? And they said we were fine. We were. We didn't have any problem. But that was, that was one of those last little things that you kind of go, well. Anyway, we just want to wish, express our gratitude and our thanks for supporting us, and that we really appreciate that, and that we are proud to be in and part of this educational community that we are a part of, and we are very thankful for that. So,
Thank you very much.
Do you have any questions for us?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you both. It's easy for us on the board to get caught up in the trappings of, we see a request, somebody wants to go out of town for a conference, we approve it, and the last we ever hear of it. It's good to get this kind of feedback, to see that there is a lot of good that goes on at conferences, and that it's nice to see some feedback on something like this.
Thank you.
Thank you.